Hi, I'm Steve from Rekord. Welcome to our channel. This is a place where you can find videos about cars and about how to drive cars. So for more content, hit that subscribe button. Today is just a short video about the range calculations in the Hyundai Kona Electric. I thought I'd got it all figured out, but a recent trip really surprised me, so take a look. So we are about to start out on a road trip, and the car is fully charged, and the app says it has a range of 322 miles, which I don't, for the life of me, believe. First of all, it's assuming that we're traveling in Eco Plus, which nobody in their right mind would ever do, because it switches off the air conditioning, and according to the thermometer it is 104.5 degrees at the moment. Secondly, it doesn't know what we've got in the car, and we've got a lot in the car. We've got golf clubs, we've got wine, we've got beer, I think we've got food for the week, we've got a dog cage, you name it, we've got it. So I think that's going to hurt us. Plus, we're going uphill. We're climbing up to Sedona, which is a 1,600-foot climb from where we live. So we will see what the real range is. Now, what I am going to do is find the address and send that to the car. That way we won't have to sit around in the car trying to find out where we're going. Here we go. Seven Canyons Golf Club, 755 Golf Club Way. It says it is 82.35 miles. So we'll send that to the car, and it says it successfully sent it to the car, so we'll see where it packed it, because I may not be able to find it with all the crap that's in there. Now, before setting off, I thought I would try and do the remote start. I've tried this multiple times from the app, and I can't for the life of me make it work. There you see the app. It says temperature 70, it doesn't say anything else. It says submit. Touch it with my magic fingerprint, and it says request sent. Okay. Well, I don't know if you can hear that, but the car is definitely doing something. Yeah, it stops as soon as I open the door. And what are you doing in there? It's still boiling hot in here. I don't think the heat pump works when you do it remotely. Anyway, I'm going to have to sit in there and have it switched on to know if the cold air comes out, because there's no way that's 70 degrees. Right, so with a bit of luck, when I switch the car on, it should have that address, and there it is. Seven Canyons Golf Club, POI downloaded, set as destination. The range was 283 miles, and we're in normal, and it's gone down to 265 miles. It was 322 on the app, so if we switch it to Eco Plus, which means driving in abject misery and not going above 60 miles an hour, the range now becomes 308 miles. Do you want to do that? It's only 108 degrees. Interesting. Indoors it was saying it was 83 miles. Here it's saying it's 118 miles. So we've arrived with 51% battery and 146 miles to go, and we've done 119.3 miles on highway up through the mountains, so with an average of 3.7 miles per kilowatt hour. So I'm actually really pleased with that. So if you add those two back together, 146 plus 119.3 gives you, wait for it, 265.3 miles, which is pretty close to what it said at the outset. I think it said 263, didn't I? Mean, I'll have to go back and check the video. It was 260 something when we started. So well done, Hyundai. That was pretty accurate. What do you think, Tasha? It's a few days later, and we were able to recharge quite happily using level 1 recharging. I think we had 146 miles of range, 51% battery, left when we arrived here and plugged it in for a couple of days, and it fully charged. Now, one of the interesting things was we saw that we had 51% of the battery left, so I thought plenty of range to get home, and it was showing 146 miles of range. When I then put in home as a destination, the range dropped to, I think it was 128 miles, which we still could have got there with a little bit to spare. But that's really surprised me because it's downhill. So I was expecting the range to actually go up, but it didn't. So I'm going to try it again here. Current range is 277 miles. I'm going to put go home in. It's calculating.
The route guidance will start
and it
now.
goes down to 259. I don't get that. But it is what it is. And all that to say is we've got plenty of capacity to get home and go wherever we want for the week. And range is not an issue, charging is not an issue. I actually brought a very long extension cable with me and plugged it into the nearest outlet that I could find, and it worked fine. On our way home, and we've got 99% battery, so let's say 100% battery, and it's saying range 295. So let's set going home. It's highways, but it's downhill. It should actually increase the range, but the range has gone down to 280 miles. So anyway, 280, remember that. Now that's interesting. Just to show the range and the impact of navigating home, I switched the climate control system off and it gave us a range of 280 miles. It's actually saying 279 now. But if I switch the AC back to auto, look at that, immediately goes down to 272. So the number we've got to remember is 272. Now, one thing I didn't do is I didn't pre-cool the car, because I still don't believe that the app does that properly. I think it just switches on the fans and everything, circulates the air, but doesn't switch on the heat pump to cool it down. But one thing I have been meaning to mention is, I wonder what on earth Hyundai are going to do in 2022 when the 3G network stops working, because a lot of these Blue Link features won't be available anymore, and for whatever reason the Wi-Fi option, even though in the manual it says it's something that's there, the Wi-Fi option isn't available on the screen. So that's something I got to check with the dealership. Anyway, just wanted to mention that because I'd forgotten that. So I've been sitting here for a while waiting for my darling wife, and the new number is 265. The climate control was on driver side, driver only, it says 272. If I put it on full car, it's 265. So 265 is the new number to remember, and to home it's 118 miles. So let's see how we do. So we just got home. We have 58% of battery left compared to 51% on the way there, and it literally just ticked over to 58%. Remaining range 172. And we have traveled 118.4 miles. So if you do the math, those two add up to 290 compared to the expected range of 265. So it was overly conservative.
And somebody's happy.
The dog's happy to be home. We seem to have a massive garage in our driveway. We hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget a thumbs up and leave us your comments below. If you want more content like this, you can subscribe by hitting this button here. So until the next time, cheers.